right, Stallions, we are back. I know you've been craving some SanLee PE, and we are back for Season 2, Episode 1. You can catch it on our YouTube channel, SanLee PE, and always remember the grind never stops. And speaking of that, want to give our shout-outs to our kids for Harrington, Quarter 2. My shout-outs for 8th grade goes to Eric Vasquez, 7th grade, Quarter 2, Scotland Halls, and 6th grade, Quarter 2, Anna Garcia. I'm going to throw it over here to Coach Staff, and she's got her shout-outs.
Thank you. All right, Coach Staff shout-outs in 8th grade. I have Josiah Wicker, 7th grade, Jemiah Petty, and 6th grade, Gracely Delgado Sanchez. You guys are grinding, getting your work in. When you're at home, you have your cameras on, so I appreciate everything that you're doing. And hopefully we have some new names there for our next shout out, so keep doing what you need to do, guys.
All right, Coach Stevens here. My shout outs for this episode: 8th grade, Anna Lawrence, 7th grade, Kylie Moyer, and 6th grade, Luke Johnson. All three of y'all have been doing awesome so far. Grinding every single day, got your cameras on, getting your Wednesday work turned in on time. Just doing a great job. Keep it up.
All right, guys, get ready because we got something good coming at you. All right, SanLee Stallions, we're coming to you today, and we are going to introduce a new game for our PE classes that we're going to use during this pandemic of COVID-19. The name of the game is No Hands Kickball. And so we're going to go over the rules today and explain to you guys how to play this game. So obviously the first rule of the game kind of comes in the title of it, no hands. All right, so you cannot use your hands at all during this particular game. And so the way we're going to go over this is we're going to kind of talk about the offense first, which is that's the team that will be kicking the ball. There will be no pitcher involved because a pitcher has to use his hands to roll the ball, so there will be no pitcher involved. So basically the ball will be placed right here in front of the net, and the kicker will kick the ball. Now the object of the game is once the kicker has kicked the ball, the object is to get around all 4 bases, and that is how you score a run before the defense is able to kick the ball into the net. So, that being said, the kicker has to run around all 4 bases. He does not stop at the first base or at second base. He has to attempt to make it around and touch all 4 bases before the defense can get the ball, kick it up to their teammates, and kick it into the net. If the defense is able to get the ball, kick it, and pass it to their teammates, and they kick it in the net before the offense makes it around to all 4 bases, then that's an out. If the offense makes it around all 4 bases and the defense does not get the ball into the net, then the offense scores a run. All right, so we're going to demonstrate this. We've got Coach Stevens, Coach Geddes, and Coach Staff, and myself to help demonstrate this game. So for the offense right now, Coach Stevens is going to be the offense, and the defense is actually going to be Coach Geddes, Coach Staff, and myself. And so Coach Stevens is obviously going to try to kick it and get around all 4 bases before we can get the ball kicked into the goal here. And we'll probably do it two different ways. We'll show you one way the offense does it correctly, and then we'll show you one way how the defense is able to get the offense out. All right, so remember, there's not a pitcher. There will be no pitcher rolling the ball. The ball starts at a stationary spot, and you can play this game and never touch the kickball. And one of the hard things to remember, if Coach Stevens kicks one in the air, sometimes kids will probably have the tendency to try to catch it. If the defense uses their hands at any time, then it is automatic run is scored. So you just got to remember, the title is important to this game. No hands kickball. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start here. Defensively, we are spread out in the gym, and so Coach Stevens is going to kick. He's going to try to get around before we can get the ball kicked into the goal. All right, Coach Stevens. All right, as you can tell, we were able to get Coach Stevens out that time. Coach Staff made a great stop with her feet, made a great pass to her teammate, and we were able to get it into the goal before Coach Stevens was able to get around and touch all four bases. All right, so this time Coach Stevens is going to kick again, and we're going to kind of demonstrate sometimes what we see in the gym, and that is the offense does score runs. We made that look pretty easy for our defense, and the reason being we made some good passes. So you've got to communicate, you've got to use good soccer skills to pass to your teammates, and usually it's very important to be able to control the ball on the very first time you touch it. And that's kind of a big key to this game. So now we're going to see, we're going to let Coach Stevens kick again. Oh, yeah. All right, kick it up. And as you can tell, Coach Stevens made a great kick that time. Strategy-wise, you probably want to kick the ball as far away as you can to make the defense work and get the ball moved up the court and into the goal. That gives you more time as a runner to get around the bases. And that time, Coach Stevens was able to get around and touch all four bases before we were able to get the ball into the goal. So, offense scored a run. Now, we will play this traditionally with 3 outs, just like we do with kickball on a normal basis or baseball. There will be 3 outs. And at the end of class, the team with the most runs is obviously the winner. And so hope you guys enjoy this game. It's called No Hands Kickball. And so can't wait for you guys to play.